Cleveland with Boundary Stone. We're here to help you understand and to engage with your world. Um, Last time I talked with you a little bit about, is money the root of all evil? And it's not. But a lot of evil can be pursued through the manipulation of money. Um, One of the things I'd like to talk to you a little bit about today, and we take this institution so much for granted, but it really isn't a good institution at all. And in 1913, our government created the Federal Reserve System. I refer to the Federal Reserve as our nation's counterfeiter de jour. In other words, in the law, this organization was given the power to create money out of thin air. Now, wait a second. Aren't there going to be bad effects from this? And the answer is yes. And so, but they sold it as we're gonna manage the economy. We're gonna manage the money so that we can adjust the money supply and we'll be able to have prices stabilized. Well, it used to be that what a dollar was a 1 ounce silver coin. Mainly. Now, we also tried to make it bimetallic and also create this exchange ratio of gold and silver. That was really a bad idea because money, there's no reason why gold and silver should always exchange at the same rate. That there's, in a market, nothing is like that. Nothing will always constantly exchange at the same rate. And so to do that created a number of problems for us, even before the Federal Reserve System. But generally speaking, what you could have done is there was paper currency, and the paper currency that was issued by the banks would be issued as silver notes. And so $1 was a 1 ounce silver note. It was 1 ounce silver note. You could take your dollar bill, go down to the bank, and exchange it for an actual coin that was 1 ounce of silver. And that's what a dollar was. Well, you can't do that anymore. And why not? Well, you can't do that because of the Federal Reserve. When they were creating, through fractional reserve banking, creating dollars out of thin air, eventually, over the years, what's happened is the value of the dollar has continued to decline. And not only that, but since the early 1970s, what's been happening in our country is the Federal Reserve out monetizing debt has let our federal government off the hook to run rampant with in prodigality. And so fiscal irresponsibility in our federal government should be apparent to all of us. After all, we're $21 trillion in debt. And that rate is just continuing to climb year after year after year. We've tried to impose the cost of this debt on nations all over the world. We've had some central bankers around the world go with us as they tried to build these mercantilistic economies. Countries like China and other Asian countries whose central banks buy up our debt in order to try to maintain an exchange rate that would keep their exports coming to the U.S. But, the long-term effects of this will not be good at all. And there is a price to pay. And I don't know when the thing comes to a head. That's anybody's guess. You can play the prodigal a lot longer the richer you were to start with. But at the end of the day, when everything is gone, then you slop hogs. So, let's think about what we're doing and quit lining up and expecting your government to provide for you. It can't provide for anybody, not at the end of the day. and it will only lead to our financial destruction. So I hope this is helpful to you. Once again, Dr. Paul Cleveland with Boundary Stack. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.